Alright, so as you can probably tell right now, it's currently standing. And that's basically thanks to, this actual product that I found online. If you know about the world of leg injuries and everything, you probably know about this product that I have. And I'm gonna just let y'all know what it is. It's called the iWalk, which is basically a crutch that you strap onto your injured leg, making it hands free and everything, so you don't have to always be up under crutches and everything. So it's been very useful. Basically been using it for officially 2 days. Went into the office, used it, got around very comfortably, and was basically able to not need help for basically the entirety of the shift. Right now, I'm going to be using the second item that I bought online, which will basically be assisting me in taking a shower. It's basically a waterproof bandage protector. We're going to test that out, see if it actually is waterproof, because for the past couple times I've been showering, I've been jimmy rigging a trash bag over my leg so that my cats don't get wet. And I was definitely using more trash bags than I needed to, so figured I'd use this, test it out, see how it's gonna work. So let's go. As you can see, trash bag in question. Very compact. Now, like I said, my doctor's appointment is tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna take off this cast to evaluate my whole leg. I'm not even gonna hold you. I've probably been a little reckless, not really to the point of something I can control, to be honest with you. It's just honestly just slip-ups. It's whenever I'm trying to get around type of thing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, slipped up on this once, and probably slipped on the crutches twice, maybe 3 times, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's been throbbing or anything, or like I felt any blood leakage or anything, but to be honest, it could have done it, and I might not even know like how that would feel. So I'm praying everything is fine, but I won't be surprised if I have some slightly negative news, I would say. But I mean, I don't feel any pain, so I'm sure that's a good sign. Hopefully the stitches haven't come out or anything, and I'll be good to stay on track with my recovery. It's a nice small hole, so that's definitely big enough for my foot. See how easily this stretches. Okay. Looks pretty good. Looks like it'll work. Now just to test it out. And obviously, you're not gonna be there for that part, so. Now, as you can see, quick review, no wetness, no dampness, no moisture anywhere. I'd say it worked. Now, it's definitely questionable because, like, of course, this part is around your knee area, but what I was worried about is kind of like the water buildup around the ring itself. Clearly, it doesn't hold that much water, I guess. So as soon as it goes on there, I guess it bounces off as quick as it gets there. I'd definitely say it's something I'm gonna keep using, especially for the time being, because the trash bag, I don't even know if that was 100% waterproof. That was just what I needed to use for the time being, but definitely something I'm gonna use, like I said. Alright, so it's checkup day. Currently 8:44. My appointment's at 9:15, and just waiting on basically my ride. Luckily, it's the same family friend who I had pick me up, who took me to the surgery. So he should be here shortly because he's prompt and he's a good dude, so I love him. Like I said before, hopefully we get some good news and we're progressing well to the point where it's probably faster than we expected it to be. But of course, that's high hopes, and honestly, I'm just hoping for positive feedback in general. So till we get back from the appointment, I might actually, throw in some either B-roll or clips that I can basically, sneak my way in and make. So he's actually calling me right now, and we're about to be on the way. So yeah. Hello? I'm good. How are you? Okay, on the way. All right, cool. See you then. Time to go.
Yeah, I need to see the doctor right now. I'll be right back. Okay.
Alright. So, we're in. Hopefully, we can get some good news.
Yeah, stick really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all good.
Oh, oops, that fell off flat so. Like a spot, once you get to a spot, it'll kind of fall off.
Unravel.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Sometimes I can slide this part off. There we go. This is all wants to stay together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can relax.
Okay.
All right. Almost there. All right.
Ooh, okay.
Not too bad. It's funny how it's just all that dressing,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
I did kind of pop it a little bit. God dang it. Hopefully that's not too major, but it is what it is. It's not insane, but I'm sure he'll have something to say about that. All right, so that appointment was generally like 2 to 3 minutes long. Looked at my stitch, did a little Thompson test again, and basically found that I was on track to get my stitches out next week and start therapy. So, wasn't much to it. I'm gonna let y'all see what they basically bandaged it up and took the cast off. So, it's definitely progress. Now, when I get back home, I'm actually gonna be back in my boot. And, luckily I asked them beforehand that I could use the same boot because they told me they was gonna give me another boot. And that's not coming out of my insurance and anything out of pocket. So glad I asked them about that. So I'll be back in that and, still be using the eye walk. But yeah, looking good. Back home we go. Now, after I had the doctor's appointment, I basically had to just wait for my x-rays because I originally never got them. And unfortunately, as you can see here, they really didn't show anything to indicate where the actual tear was. So that was actually a dud. So, like I showed you before, basically out of the cast, and been recommended to get back into the boot. He also said, based on how I'm feeling, I could somewhat put weight to it, but I'm probably not even gonna push it really, because I was pushing it a little bit too much when I had the cast on. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I have that little, scab, as the doctor's assistant said, which is, I guess, minimal and kind of typical stitches and everything. But in my head, I thought I literally busted like some of my stitches on the inside that resulted on the outside, coming apart. But clearly that's not the case. Luckily, my foot is free, can, wiggle my toes, but right now won't be able to, of course, still submerge it until I get the stitches out next week. And even then, I'll probably have a couple days before I can use water on my leg and everything. Yeah, man, that's pretty much the update. I'll be back in the boot. So before last week, crutches were my main way of basically getting around, and unfortunately they were just too clunky and annoying, and ultimately made me feel more handicapped than I actually was. Now, last week I got the iWalk, and that was definitely a game changer because it made me feel more useful than I could have been with the crutches. Now, of course, I researched which type of replacement for the crutches beforehand, and the only other option was basically to get a scooter, and that was definitely not in my game plan because those were definitely more bothersome to travel with. Plus, I only seen old women use it, and it wasn't even that deep. And because I was finally back in the boot, I was able to basically alternate between using the iWalk and actually driving. So it was perfect timing because I actually had traffic court to attend and needed to take care of a minor ticket. And as you can see here, it's basically the end of the video. And this is taking a lot more than it actually should be because I'm actually in the process of editing it right now. And it should have definitely been out a lot sooner than now because this is part 4 and I already have part 6 and part 7 written down and ready to go as far as editing is concerned. So that'll be the end of this video. Stay tuned for part 5 coming next.